Sadhu-sanga class, power of Sadhu-sanga.
Okay, so I have to speak first.
Another creation of Janakshuta Mataji.
બધા ઇન્ડિયાથી શીખી લાવી બરાબર અને રોસ્ટ કરીને મૂકવા જોઈએ તો ખાવા મજા આવે.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So if I can please request everyone to please keep moving down as far forward as possible. We have a lot of devotees coming in, so we need to squeeze in as much as possible. So we're very, very fortunate today to have His Holiness Vedavyasapriya Swami Maharaj here with us in Brisbane. His Holiness Vedavyasapriya Swami Maharaj. So just a quick, brief introduction about Maharaj. Maharaj was he's a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj has a background in biochemistry from South Africa. He met Srila Prabhupada. Only had a darshan of him at the New York Rath Yatra in the USA. And from there, Maharaj found the Srimad Bhagavatam and the Srimad Bhagavad Gita of Srila Prabhupada, and that completely transformed Maharaj's life. And since then, Maharaj became a life member throughout USA. He was quite a pioneer in bringing Krishna consciousness, especially to New York City. And then further along, he's been traveling all over the world as initiating spiritual master within ISKCON, and also inspiring countless devotees all around the world. Maharaj travels quite elaborately, as a lot of devotees know, and we're very, very fortunate that Maharaj continues to visit here in Brisbane every year, and I'd like to pray that Maharaj continues to bless us with his association. And speaking of which, today's topic is the power of Sadhu-sanga and association. So without further ado, welcome Maharaj by loudly chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijan Vallabha Girivardhari Gopijan Vallabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय ओम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत शिशुमद इस डिवाइन ग्रेस ऑफ चरणारविंद भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की ISKCON beauty founder आचार्य जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विश्वपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत शिशुमद इस डिवाइन ग्रेस भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय ब्रज में वृंदावन धाम की जय नवदीप महापुर धाम की जय जगन्नाथ परिधाम की जय गंगा माई की जय जमुना माई की जय भक्ति देवी की जय तुलसी महारानी की जय समावेत भक्त वृंद की जय निताई गौर प्रेमानंद all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, all glorious assembled devotees, glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshulmilitanjena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jata Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathanutam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanutamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Shri Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaham Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sadhu-sanga sarva shastra koye. Lava matra sadhu-sanga sarva siddhi hoye. All the scriptures declare that it is only the association with the devotees is so essential in the life to transform our materialistic position into transcendental situations. Sarva siddhi, to come in the perfect situation, victory over the life's problems. All the problems are mitigated only through sadhu-sanga. So why sadhu-sanga is solely responsible? What is in it that is so miraculous that all the scriptures of the world glorifies only the association of the devotees of the Lord is the first and foremost reason for mitigating all the problems of life. If you say the process of devotional service should not be done by alone, or it is not a self-manifested thing. Even though it is independent, Bhakti Devi is fully independent like Lord Krishna. The constitution of Bhakti Devi is combination of two internal potencies of Lord Krishna, Sambit and Ladini. These two potencies constitute Bhakti Devi. And Sambit means all knowing or all knowledge acquiring potency, and Ladini means all blissful potencies. So 2 out of, 3 altogether, the majority of life, to prove the existence and the purpose of existence, which is causeless, but it is only for the happy situations as it prevails in Golok Vrindavan. should prevail in each and every living entity's heart. But somehow or another we are in complete opposite atmosphere. Material nature is constructed in complete opposition of spiritual nature. Everything is opposite in the material nature. Everything is opposite according to even your desire. Otherwise, why should you struggle so hard to fulfill your desires? And money cannot do everything. Most of the ignorant situations that occur due to the offenses created by human being. The rules and regulations are for human being only, not for animals, but they don't follow. So they become as good as animals. So what benefit they are going to have? The rules and regulations start from directing the humanity, number 9th creation. By constitution, number 9th creation is also made in opposition to those who are going to be obeying the commands of the nature. And they are animals, lower than the human beings. They are subjugated by the laws of nature and they don't have independence to think. But number 9th creation is a violator. Therefore, rules and regulations are imposed upon him. Why don't we have stomach like animals? Why? It's completely in opposite direction. Animals have stomachs horizontal to the surface of the earth. They are always, because they stay on 4 legs. But if you stand on 2 legs, your position of the stomach will change. It will become like hanging like a cucumber. So it is said, Arvak strotratu navamam kshattam eko vidho nranam rajo adhika karma para dukkhecha sukhamanina. This is by nature. Human being stood on 2 legs. Their stomach became like a hanging cucumber, and it means it is not going to be satisfied. If you are an animal, you will eat whatever is required, and you will not store it even. And some hibernating animals do store. In winter only, not for the entire year. If you put a bag of grains outside on the street, open it up, the birds will come, take some, fly away. Some animals come, like goats. There are no goats in Brisbane. There are, right? You better do not know. There are goats. They love to raise goats than cows. Because they say the feces of goats is more nutritious for the soil, and it is more expensive than the cow dung. Anyway, everybody has their own different calculations. But this calculation based on greed. Based on greed. So, man is greedy by the nature because he has more rajogun. The arvak strotratu navamam. This is one completely different situation than the rest of the living entities in the world. Only man has a greedy stomach, not satisfying. And that is the very distinct feature of this number 9th creation of Brahma. He put adhika rajoguna, more rajoguna. So everyone becomes hyperactive. Even the kids are hyperactive. They pay more attention to their own world rather than even topic of some wisdom that is being given. They think they are so wise because of Rajoguna. They keep silence, it doesn't mean they are obedient and Sattva-guni. No way. Their brain is more proactive towards Rajoguna. Kuch na kuch. Sorry, karte rehte hain. It's good that you are sitting separately from your friends. Otherwise, so many things will be happening. And you can't pay attention to every child who is filled with Rajogun. So Rajo Adhika. If you have proportionate Rajogun with the other gunas, it could be understood, but Rajo Adhika, more passionate nature. More passionate means hyperactive. Whose kid is not hyperactive? Tell me. Fathers raise their hand. Whose kid is not hyperactive? Everyone, right? My God. It's a very tough time for parents to raise children in the world of Rajoguna. TikTok. What else? Oh my God. I don't know so many things. But they have their own world. Hyperactive, keep on busy, Kuch na kuch, karte raho. And mothers, especially, they see, how come my son is so quiet and good behaved? And Baba, mistakenly, he is more in Rajogun. So it is going to be very hyperactive. So Rajo Adhika, Karma Para. Karma Para means he will be ending up doing something, which is more important than even listening the words of wisdom. They don't care, right? Do they care? They care of external discipline only. Otherwise, they will be scolded and they don't like to turn into tamogun. So the whole story is Rajo Adhika, Karma Para, and Dukkhecha Sukhamanina. Even though one is surrounded by completely negative situation, it's called Dukkha. But he's still looking within the hips of Dukkha, very Sukha. All our life we are finding little drops of Sukha, but we don't get really. So, what this result has to do with association of sadhu? This is Rajoguna's association. Rajogun, we are associating most of the time during our, say, 24 hours of the day. How many hours you are proactive in Rajogun, mode of passion? 70%. Oh man, then only 2% for Sattva Guna. and rest is tamogun. That tamogun is almost 10 hours out of 24 hours. So how many percent is it? About 60%. All right. So 60% of tamogun. How many percentage of rajogun? Consider 35%. And only 5% is sattva. And that also be waste. 5% of sattva gun is there, all right? And that is in the early hours of Brahma Murta, before the sunrise, 1.5 hours. And that also, we become so miserly, wasted. Let me sleep a little more, Prabhu. Why are you disturbing me? I will match it up in the morning. But that is not going to satisfy the soul, and not going to mitigate your problems even. The association of the mode of material nature is the cause of our not progressing. Human evolution is not a bodily evolution furthermore. Neither it was there before that man has come out from the monkeys. Evolution is of consciousness. And we are compulsory in the material world associating with the three modes of material nature. Those who are cultivating mode of goodness, they come in and fall in the category of Brahmanas. Those who are in mode of passion becomes Kshatriyas. Mixture of Rajogun and Tamogun makes you business person, mercantile community. And mostly Tamogun will make you Shudras. So it is the association of the modes of material nature that we actually are being governed. Our activities are governed in the association of the mode of gunas. The whole material world is composed of the opposite of transcendental modes, which is Sat, Chit and Anand. So during the creation, this transformation from spiritual mode into material mode has been the creation of Lord Mahavishnu. He has to create. What will confine the human being or a living entity into bodily conception of life and govern his life in the three modes of material nature? That animals are also governed. Human beings are also governed. But they think they are hyperactive, they can manufacture their own destiny and they can go to whatever they desire. Could they go to moon? Prabhupada said, no, they cheated us. If you go to moon, why did you come back? If you go to you have come to Australia, do you want to go back to India? No, not now, unless government kicks out. Right? It's the modes are governing. How we can be more hyperactive, how we can be more productive, we can make more the best of our bodily conception of life. In Australia. Oh my God. Yet things are not working according to what we desire. Anyway, but the association of the mode continues regardless. Those who are born under the influence of the material modes, they will have a rough journey. To struggle against the what we call existence is very natural. So survival of the fittest has come into the program, right? You have been taught in the school like that. Survival of the fittest. Which mode will make you survive? Passion. It's a competitive mode. If you are a Brahman, amongst all different administrators, they will go for politics, but the Brahman will think, oh my God, where am I? I am out of place. Yes. Poor guy has to succumb to the influence of politics. Otherwise he will be thrown out. You don't belong here. We have a groupism, national groupism. You can see what happened to the Trump and European countries. They become at loggerheads immediately for Greenland. Nothing but passionate nature. Americans think that they are more passionate nature, they are more hyperactive, then they can be more productive and they can influence the whole world with their product of destruction. Means mode of passion ends up in mode of ignorance. See, the effect is disastrous. So 3 modes of material nature. And guna-sanga. Guna-sanga becomes the cause of our life. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is explaining that Purushaha prakrutisthopi bhunkte prakriti jan gunan karanam guna-sangasya sadasadyoni janmashu. Only the devotees who are trying to surpass even the mode of goodness, they will be able to understand. Why we are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra? To subdue our modes of material nature, to create a transcendental nature. Because the holy name is transcendental, it's not a material product affected by the 3 modes. No. But we made our chanting either in the influence of mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. How many of you are lingering behind the day's chanting and you continue even after hours? Raise your hand. How many chant? They are chanting in the evening. Some. If you chant in the evening, mode of ignorance will be affecting your chanting. It will not be a qualitative chanting. However, you try to sit down in a corner to meditate in the evening hours, no. Evening hours never recommended for chanting. Okay, during daytime, I will go on working and also chanting, go on working and chanting. It's like driving your car with chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Is it in mode of goodness? Passion. What is the quality of that passionate chanting? Your soul is bewildered. Then you want to chant, yet you cannot chant because the influence of the mode of passion is distracting. It's not a peaceful condition. So this chanting becomes completely, uncooperative to make us even peaceful in the mind. What to speak of becoming transcendent? Why do we have to associate our chanting in the, say, after sunrise, where mode of passion is going to increase? Why? We do not have the experience of chanting in mode of goodness. It is recommended that chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra during Brahma Muhurta only. Before the sunrise, you should finish your prescribed 16 rounds. When Srila Prabhupada was initiated, he had to chant 64 rounds. He was experienced, well experienced. Okay? But most of the devotees of his contemporary time, they were dragging for 8 hours to finish 64 rounds. Means the whole day. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Hare. No concentration, nothing. There was no benefit or advantage, even though they were chanting 16 rounds. Prabhupada said, no, 16 rounds are good enough. It will be done within 2 hours. So he gave the time. In the temple, he made it compulsory. Chant in the temple room after the morning program is over. It will be hardly 5:30. And generally sun rises after 6:30. So during that time, you would have finished most of your rounds. And remain in the temple, don't go out even. Otherwise, sun will be there to put you into Rajogun. So we are controlled by modes of material nature. And our soul is actually being cheated by the effect of the modes. So Krishna says, Purusha means the so-called enjoyer, Jiva, is called Purusha. Prakriti Sthopi, he is situated in the material world, Prakriti, which is made up of mode of goodness, passion and ignorance. So predominant modes are exerted during those particular times. So Purusha Prakriti Sthopi, Stha means sthira. He is situated as if he is very stable. And he can make it whatever is desired, but not able to make chanting even in a disciplined way. What will happen? So bhunkte prakriti chan gunan. Actually, he, in association with the modes of material nature, enjoys his mode of material nature with Prakriti's material nature. Can you enjoy modes? Or you can enjoy only the effects of it. The bhunkte prakriti jnana. So karanam gunasanga. Gunasanga, association of 3 modes of material nature becomes the cause of sadyoni janmashu. In every life, whether we have a good, pious lives or impious lives, are according to the modes of material nature. It is compulsory, not only in India, but also US and everywhere. Because the 3 modes of material nature, and we constantly associate with them. Our awareness is directly or indirectly associating with the modes of material nature, and we are not composed of mode of material nature. Soul is transcendental. So why don't we give the best benefit to the soul. What will be the time of your chanting? Morning hours. I will say, as soon as you wake up, start chanting right in the bed. Don't go to toilet even. Otherwise, modes will enter there. Is the mode of toilet transcendental or mode of ignorance? Atmosphere of ignorance. Why it is the chamber which will be away from the residence before. Now everyone has their own private tool within the chamber of ignorance called sleep. Within the own room you will have a toilet. Mode of ignorance. In Vedic system, everything has been placed, to get the best of the effect. Why do we put the deities in the most auspicious place in the corner of our residence? Mode. Generally, the deities are facing the sunrise. And if the sun rays falls on the deities, we think it's very auspicious. It's but natural. Oh, of course, the deities are of transcendental nature, and sun is the servitor of the Creator, right? So everything is congenial. But in the absence of the transcendental nature of deity in the house, what will be the situation? They want to face south, means hell. The directions are also indicating whether it is a direction worthy to travel. But in Krishna consciousness, I go to the Netherlands called Tamogon or Pataloka, New Zealand, Fiji. More ignorance is prevailing. All right? So the idea is that in the material world, every living entity has been influenced by the three modes of material nature. So Karanam Guna Sangha, because of association of the modes, you get an opportunity to Sad and Asat yonis. Sad yoni means you will be able to develop more, advance more. Asat means you go to hell, where nothing but destruction will be there. So if this is the effect of material mode, what to speak of effect of transcendental mode? In physics, nobody will be telling you what is the wavelength of the transcendence. Those who have studied physics, do you know what is the wavelength? Everything is measured in wavelength. Taranga. But have you ever understood what is Prema Taranga? Prema Tarangini Radha. The waves of transcendence are exhibited in loving the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the process of devotional service. And sadhus have that function to provide atmosphere of transcendental mode. Therefore, yesterday when we spoke about Satam Prasangam Mama Birya Samvidya Bhavanti Radkarana Rasayana Katha Tajjoshanavam Apavargavartmani Shraddharati Bhakti Anukramashati. It is the effect of the transcendental mode must be conveyed in the Sadhu-sanga. And through that mode, you will be able to realize the potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Unless and until transcendental mode is created in sanctum sanctorum, worship the Lord with utmost care and understanding, that here the rules and regulations of material nature will not work. They are the Supreme Lord and Master, and according to their need and their Astakaliya Leela, we have to worship. Meditation or Astakaliya Leela, Chaitanya Leela or Krishna Leela, there is no difference. But our approach should be in the mode of transcendence, not in Rajogun or passionate nature or Sattvagun. No. They should subside, because those modes are not belonging to the soul. Soul is transcendental, means it's having the mode only appreciated by the mode of transcendence. And that is created by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Even though they are powerful, transcendental vibrations that can change even Prakriti's modes, they can change. In the degree of our realization and degree of our practical approach and making our life successful by chanting Hare Krishna, to create a transcendental mode or atmosphere so everybody can get benefit. Evolution of human being is on the basis of transcending from the lower modes, Sattva, Raj or Tama. How does Brahma is telling us to do? Maya hi yasya jagadanda satani sute traigunya tad vishay veda vitayamana sattvaavalambi parasattvam vishaddha sattvam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. This is the practical process that he has given. That Maya, otherwise generating the three modes of material nature, and the entire material world, which is composed of multitude of universes, they are all controlled by Sattvagun, Rajogun or Tamagun, and they are completely opposite of Sat, Chit and Anand. It is said in third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, when Mahavishnu glanced over the inert material nature which was not yet produced in the corner of spiritual sky, the glance which is transcendental, means with the quality of Sat, Chit and Anand, they become reflected back as soon as it fell in Mahadyoni. So it becomes Sattva, Raj and Tama. Sat became Sattva, Chit becomes Raja, and Anand completely became opposite. Tama, destructive. Do you get Anand in destruction? Only the demons get Anand in destruction. So the entire material nature is controlled by the three opposite modes, Sattva Guna and Rajoguna. And we are told to come out from the clutches of the three modes and stay in the mode of transcendence through chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, and make your life successful. How? Because even more than Sattva Guna, we can contemplate on the mode of transcendence which belongs to the soul. Then it can come in communication. Parasattva, more than or superior than sattva is parasattva. That is called adhyatma. That is the nature of the soul. And Vishuddha sattva, Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. Lord Shiva says to Parvati, this Vishuddha Sattva is the state of Vasudeva. And that's why in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, when Devaki and Vasudeva were waiting for the Lord to appear as the 10th child, eighth child. I don't know why. The 8th child, Krishna. Sukadeva Goswami is describing. Then an appropriate time came. Lord Krishna appeared in the heart of Vasudeva. And Vasudeva achieved that state of Vishuddha Sattva. Then and then, the Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared in the heart of Vasudeva. And Vasudeva initiated Devaki. By initiation, you transform the Supreme Lord from your heart, Vasudeva's heart, to Devaki's heart. And Devatas thought that, oh, Devaki got pregnant. Baba, there is no pregnancy. This is called immaculate conception, the Christians trying to teach us. No involvement of male or female necessary. But because Devaki and Vasudeva, they were praying for the Lord since 3 millennia. And the Lord has to reciprocate. But yet, it was a limitation for them. So Lord appeared not as Krishna. He appeared as the third Vishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, standing before them in four-handed form with Shankha Chakra Gada Padma and the lotus. It was completely bewildering. Is this the way child is produced? No. There were no cries coming out from the jail. Everybody was deep in ignorance. Tamogun was prevailing. All the Kansa soldiers, they were asleep. Krishna is in transcendental mode and influence the chokidars and everybody to go to sleep in mode of ignorance. So Devaki said, my dear Lord, we know you, but we didn't call for you. We know you, but we didn't ask. We want baby Krishna. He said, I can convert myself baby, but I am also born as Mother Yashoda's son too, simultaneously. Vasudeva Okay, you can take me in the basket, I'll assume two-handed form, but I'll become fully expressible and my total absoluteness. And Vasudeva takes and replaces Yogamaya with Krishna. And Krishna was also already there. So our Vasudeva Krishna merged in original Krishna, Sri Nandanandana. So the absolute truth, personality of Godhead can be only understood through the eyes develop in the mode of transcendence. And then we'll be able to explain. Otherwise it is all genge-fefe, struggle. Because we do not perceive, because of blockade of what they call idiocy is caused by mode of ignorance. Over-enthusiasm is caused by mode of passion, and Rajogun is going to cause, okay, forget it, let us go, I don't understand. I don't need to understand. Anyway, enjoy. Means neglect. Neglect is caused by mode of passion. So in this way, even the demigods understood differently. When Vasudeva transferred Lord Krishna as Vasudeva in the heart of Devaki. Right? The demigods thought that yes, she is so bright, Krishna must have taken shelter in her womb. That is their thinking. So you can see even the demigods who are in the mode of goodness, they are thinking little erroneously. Different. But Krishna never cried as a baby in the jail. Did you hear the cry? Not in the page of Bhagavatam. You will not hear the cry. But yet, human nature is Rajo Adhika. It is the effect of the modes of material change that we make a story which will be rather befitting us, within our experience to understand the birth of baby Krishna. We don't have any other sense than, or other understanding than what we experience within our own society. But Immaculate Conception, Shastra talks about it. Christians also talk about Jesus was born out of Immaculate Conception. Immaculate means there is no necessity for husband and wife to come together to produce a child. And therefore Srimad Bhagavatam is interested to explain you different kinds of conceptions. Brahma begot with his mental conception all the rishis, saptarshis, even Manu Maharaj, Shatrupa, means Lakshmi Narayan. They appeared. Even the Brahmanas were able to squeeze the upper limbs to beget Prithu and Archi from dead body of Vena. See, the different kinds of conceptions are there. Some are mental, but others are spiritual conceptions. The Brahmins were very capable to do that. We just believe, or it is the effect of the association of the modes. Prithu Maharaj was empowered incarnation. He had to show the prowess. So mode of Rajogun should be there. But the Brahmanas, their intention is to bring him out from mode of goodness. And they knew the transcendence also. Therefore, they were capable to do that. To conceive something is how do you? It is through the association of the modes you conceive. Association of the modes. Modes are most effective. In Kali Yuga, destructive ways of conception is there. Destructive. They abuse women, little female children, because ignorance, demoniac nature, they should be punished heavily. But the soul should not be affected by these modes of material nature. Therefore, we create and completely buffering protection of the soul through the transcendental mode. So, why do we associate here? To cultivate passionate nature? No. To cultivate ignorant nature? Not at all, Prabhu. Oh, Maharaj will speak the association of transcendence. So this is very distinct understanding that has been given in Shastras, and we have to understand why do we need to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra in the first place. Who will answer? Why in the first place we need to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Why?
To purify the consciousness.
To associate with the transcendental mode that purifies or subsides the other lower modes. Okay? And that is available during Brahma Muhurta. So, would you be sleeping during that time? Get up and chant Hare Krishna. All right? Nothing should prevent you. The holy name will purify both from inside and out. So why do we have to do only partial purification by taking a bath? Some Brahmanas are saying, oh, no, I cannot do any damn thing without cleaning myself. I have to do this. I said, chanting itself is going to purify more than your bath is going to purify you. Why wasting time? Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu brought Mahaprasad and told Sarvabhauma, eat it. And Sarvabhauma was completely bewildered. He was defeated previous night in the arguments by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he could not sleep because he was for the first time defeated by a young lad brahmachari, sannyasi. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went for Mangalarti, attended, brought some Mahaprasad, gave Sarvabhauma, eat it. I brought you Mahaprasad. Oh my Sandhyavadan, oh my, it's still left. He says, forget it. Start eating right now. And yes, he did it. Then he realized the importance of prasadam. I don't want you to get up and eat right in the middle of night. Mahaprasad cannot wait, okay? But this is the effect of transcendence. You can't abuse Mahaprasad, Prabhu. right? Prasade sarva dukkhanam hani rasya upajayate. Eradicate it. Consume prasad. So this is most important subject matter, that sadhus have to make everybody understand the necessity of mode of transcendence, because it belongs to the soul. Soul can only communicate in that position with the Supreme Lord. So purify. Right? So thank you very much. Anybody has any question or comments? Kids, did you understand what I said? How many rounds you going to chant early in the morning? 2. Okay, you can do. But tell your father you should chant 16 rounds. All right. Mati Ben. याद रखिए, ओके? હું ભૂલી જાઉં તો રિમાઇન્ડ કરાવજો.
So how? Hare Krishna. So Guruji, it's good that to purify the consciousness and to get into the mode of transcendence, we must chant our 16 rounds in the Brahma Muhurta. But you also mentioned that holy name is also so powerful, and when we go for Harinam, we also give a Gyata Sukruti, so we distribute. So is it still allowed, like when we are engaged?
That's okay. That is additional. That is additional.
My question is, Guru Maharaj,
It means it's not a license for our sadhana to do any time as we desire. The sadhana requires discipline. Sadhana requires discipline. Otherwise there will not be definite progress. So that is your own but we have so many things to do with Harinam. It is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada that transcendence prevails in congregational chanting, not in solo chanting. The morning hours for yourself is solo chanting. But if you do in association with the devotees, like in the temple, for example, that would be very congenial. But yet, you have to do your own individual efforts of chanting. Yeah.
Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Thank you, Maharaj. It was a very important and very interesting class. I have one question, maybe I might have heard, might have missed. In the start of the class, you are mentioning that bhakti is also independent.
Yes.
And you're referring it to, can you please enlighten that? Till now, my understanding was Krishna is only Swaraj. But in this, if you can please enlighten that. Thank you.
For bhakti, you do not require any qualifications, because it is available to anybody and everybody. But who receives and who does not receive, that is an individual thing. That is the effect of lower modes. Bhakti can be generated by even agyat sukruti. Bhaktyonmukhi agyat sukriti means meritorious activities of devotional service by unknown, uncalculated, it happens. It's on its own accord. That means independent nature. You can't twist hand of Bhakti Devi. When Samvit and Ladini Shaktis, two are combining to make the constitution of Bhakti Devi, the person who is serving with love and devotion, to them Bhakti Devi will be revealing herself. You are not going to manufacture Bhakti Devi, because these are the two ingredients for the personality of Bhakti Devi. Samvit Shakti is Saraswati. She stays within the heart of the Lord. She gives impart to the Brahma only knowledge aspect. But Bhakti Devi is combination of Samvit and Ladini together. And you know the purpose, the knowledge and the purpose, both are there. So manifestation of knowledge with the achievement of the eternal blissful condition, which is the character of Ladini. If two are going to be manifest, it will be the mercy of Saraswati and Radharani combined into Bhakti Devi. Right? So this personality called Bhakti Devi is not an imagination. Every personality is constituted by the combination of energy and binding gunas. Three transcendental gunas are Sat, Chit and Anand. And Chit potency, when it is to be bound along with Ladini potency, the binding by Chit and Ladini into very blissful, knowledgeable and blissful condition of Bhakti Devi. So formation of the personality is combination of qualities and Shakti. Guna, the transcendental guna are going to bind the transcendental energy to make a transcendental form. We call Bhakti Devi. It is worshipable. Our body is made up of the inferior energies, the Shaktis. Bhumirapana Lovayo Khammano Buddhireva. Bound up by three modes of material nature, it constitutes this body. But soul is not confined to this body. It was introduced there and bewildered by the three modes of material nature. It is completely bewildered. Our bewilderment is due to the effect of the three modes. We get shock, we get pleasure all of a sudden. We get all different kinds of things because invoking those effects. So, but the soul does not belong to material world. Why does it have influence of the three lower modes of material nature? Chant Hare Krishna, there should not be any question, why should I chant? Or I don't like chanting. It is totally ignorance mode. Wake up, Jiva jago, Gaura Chandra bole, Kato Nidra jao Maya Pishachi rakhole. And Nidra, Maya, Pishachi, these are all mode of ignorance. Don't sleep in the witch called Maya, in the lap of Maya. Get up, start waking up yourself. That is the real morning. We have to awaken up ourselves. You may be pious, you may be very, very favorable to Krishna consciousness, but you don't chant because of ignorance. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada gave a certification. Those who chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, not within the temple, but out on the street, they are the most intelligent people in the world. You can see, people who don't chant, they are ignorant fools. They cannot be excused. Therefore, Sankirtan movement is for everybody to be getting waken up and propagate. Make them understand that come out from the effect of the modes of material nature and enter into the mode of transcendence by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Is it okay? So please chant, don't say can't. You have been sleeping a long, long time back into the lap of which Maya. Get up and get out from that. Soul doesn't belong there. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavad Pranams. Thanks for sharing such wonderful words of wisdom. Maharaj, my question is on Sadhu-sanga. So, we do hear two statements in relation to Sadhu-sanga. We say that for devotees, Sadhu-sanga is an austerity. But at the same time, we do say that Sadhu-sanga is needed in order to progress in bhakti. So, where do we draw the line between?
No line. It's a transition. Does transition has a line or a hazy portion that you have to come out of it? You can't stay in the transition. It's a progressing. Om Asatoma Sadgama. Is there any transition in between? On Tamasoma Jyotirgama, is there any transition there? No. Amritimam Amritam, is there any transition? No. Immediately transported into the transcendental position. Prabhupada said that. You won't feel that you have been transiting even. There is no transit. Direct enter into the realm of enlightenment. Otherwise, how long you want to be remaining cheated by the effect of the three modes of material nature? Guna guneshu vartayanti iti dharayan. In Bhagavad Gita, you will see that actually gunas, three modes of material nature, they are interacting with even objective modes of material nature, which are also sattva, raja and tama. So guna is interacting within that, and you think, oh, you are enjoying. Oh, you are morose. It is the effect of the modes of material nature and the soul being transcendental. It is being cheated right by the modes of material nature, because it made you forget your original transcendental nature. So it is said that Purusha Prakriti Sthopi Bhunkte Prakriti Jana. Purusha means the enjoyer. We think we are the enjoyer. Who says there is no Purusha Tattva in ladies? It's not only in men. Every living entity has a false Purusha. Papa Purusha. On Ekadashi we kill the Papa Purusha. The Purusha Prakrutisthopi is staying in this material nature, composed of three modes of material nature, right? Bhunkte Prakriti Jan Gyanan. Is he enjoying actually the matter? No. All the things that are enjoyable, they are also composed of three modes of material nature. The fruits, as for example, they are naturally in the mode of goodness. Prabhupada said that in emergency you can eat even without offering. You will not go to hell. No, if you offer, fine, because he is asking. But in emergency, if you consume fruits, you will not be implicated. But if you consume, anything which is heavily affected by the lower modes of material nature, then you will be definitely affected. So, what we are ending is interacting with the modes, and Purusha doesn't get any damn thing. He is being cheated. Who is indwelling, enjoying with each other? It's the modes of material nature. I think I like to touch this. So my sparshendriya, the sense of touch, which is also composed by the mode of passion, ignorance, and goodness. The sense of touch is more predominantly in the mode of passion. Therefore, Prahlad Maharaj is praying to Lord Nrsimha, Yehi sansparshaja bhoga. No, Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Yehi sansparshaja bhoga dukkhayonoya evote. Adyantavanta kaunte nate ramateshu Buddha. Buddha means intelligent person. He doesn't dwell. And Prahlad Maharaj tells that look at this. Janmaithunadi grahamedi sukham hi tucham. Because this is also composed of sparshendriya. Kanduyeno or dukkha dukkham. Kandu means little pimple on the hand. Oh, I got. So you try to rub. So skin is coming in touch with the skin. All right? So sansparshaja bhoga. It will create more pain. But no, you think you feel good. You think you feel good. And your father or somebody who says, hey, don't do that, otherwise it will become big. Right? Have you ever told? But, or don't do that, don't touch it. Trapyanti neha kripana dukkha bhajam. Those who are misers do not understand. They will become recipient of more pain. The result of pampering the pimple will become more painful. Kandutivan manasijam sa vishahetadir. Those who are able to control them through intelligence and mind, then they will be called sober people. So this world of opposites which are done by this effect of the three modes, and we are constantly associating with that, better try to get out of this association. And that's why Prabhupada would say simply, if you are a gentleman, this material world is not for you. Get out from once and all, never come back. Do you want to come back? Then be a gentleman, okay? Yeah. It's not discouraging. It is very encouraging. But who doesn't have that experience? But as we are, the nature of mode of ignorance, we don't want to hear about this. Now, can you talk something about something else? Yes, Prabhu.
Guru Maharaj, thank you very much for the class. I have a question. My question is like devotion, if done in ignorance, how is impacting our spiritual growth?
Devotion in mode of ignorance?
Yeah, like if you do for any materialistic gain, if it is expressed, we start devotion for a materialistic gain. Like,
You may be ignorant, but devotion, Bhakti Devi is never ignorant. Huh? You will get some benefit. Okay? But not as desired as if you do in mode of goodness. That is expediting the progress. So therefore, these rules and regulations are beneficial because the best use of bad bargain is the name of the game. You know, even though we are getting 1.5 hour to 2 hour early morning for Brahma Muhurt, utilize it. That's good enough. If we finish our chanting during that time, it's the most beneficial thing. Automatically it will take care of qualitative chanting. So many problems will be over. All right? Oh, now what is next? Bye. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Okay.
His Holiness Vedavyasapriya Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Krishna, everyone, so thank you very much for attending today's class. So we'll be having one more class on Thursday evening. So that is a part of the Nirjala Ekadashi this week. So Maharaj will be giving a Vaishnava Bhajan night actually on that night. So same structure, 6 o'clock Prasadam. And then from 6:30 we'll be having the Vaishnava Bhajan night. Also, if everyone
Cookie
would like to
time.
come forward, Maharaj will be
I think you attend.
distributing cookies. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
There.